Have you ever looked at your lab results and been told everything is normal? Yet you wake up every single day feeling like you're wading through cement. You're doing everything right, eating clean, trying to sleep, but you still have that nagging sense that something inside just isn't working, that is not in your head. In medicine, we often wait for an organ to fail before we label it a disease, but long before a liver fails or a kidney struggles, your body sends you quiet, desperate distress signals. These signals are trying to tell you that your body burden, the cumulative load of environmental chemicals and metabolic waste, has hit a tipping point. Today, we are going to walk through the 12 specific early warning signs that your body's drainage systems are clogged. Some of these are written on your face, some are hidden in your sleep patterns, and some are right at your fingertips. By the end of this video, you won't just see symptoms, you'll see a roadmap to taking your vitality back. If you find this kind of deep dive medical breakdown helpful, please take a second to click that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us cut through the noise and get this vital health information to the people who need it. We are building a community here that values root cause answers, not just band-aids, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Before we dive in, just a quick reminder that while I am a doctor, this video is for educational purposes. Everybody is unique. The information I'm sharing is based on current research and physiological principles. And I've listed the authentic medical sources and studies in the description box below so you can verify everything for yourself. Always connect with your own healthcare provider before making big changes to your health regimen. Let's start with a sign that millions of people battle with every day, often blaming themselves unnecessarily. I call it toxic obesity or weight loss resistance. You might be cutting calories and exercising, but the scale won't budge. This happens because many environmental toxins, like BPA from plastics and pesticides, are what we call obesogens. These chemicals hijack your metabolism. They don't just sit there, and they actually bind to receptors on your cells and tell your body to create more fat cells. Your body is incredibly smart. It knows that these toxins are dangerous to your brain and heart. Since your liver can't process them fast enough, your body traps these poisons inside your fat cells to quarantine them. It's a defense mechanism. And the reason you can't lose the weight is that your body is terrified to burn that fat. If it burns the fat, it releases the toxin back into your bloodstream. So until you open up your detox pathways, and your body will hold on to that toxic fat to keep you safe. Now, let's look at your sleep, specifically the 3 a.m. wake-up call. This isn't just insomnia, it's a clock. In traditional Chinese medicine, and now confirmed by circadian biology, your liver enters its peak regeneration cycle. Between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., this is when it works hardest to scrub your blood. If your liver is fatty or congested, this process takes too much energy. When the liver struggles during this deep cleaning phase, it can cause your blood sugar to drop suddenly. Your brain senses this as an emergency and signals your adrenal glands to release cortisol and adrenaline to boost your sugar back up. And that surge of adrenaline is what snaps you awake. You're not just waking up, you're waking up with a pounding heart or racing thoughts. That is your liver asking for help in the middle of the night. The third sign is one that can be embarrassing, but is a powerful diagnostic tool. Persistent bad breath or a strange taste in your mouth. I'm not talking about morning breath or the garlic you ate for dinner. This is different. When your liver is overwhelmed, it can filter out sulfur compounds effectively. These compounds pass into your blood, travel to your lungs, and you literally exhale them. It often smells musty, like old apples or even raw fish. We call this Bater hepaticus. Alternatively, if your breath smells a bit like ammonia or urine, it points to your kidneys. It means they are struggling to filter out nitrogen waste, so your body is trying to dump that ammonia out through your lungs. It's a clear signal that your primary filters, the liver and kidneys, are backed up. Moving to the fourth sign, stick out your tongue. Your tongue is the beginning of your digestive tract and gives us a live feed of your gut health. If you see a thick white or yellow coating on the back of your tongue, that is a biofilm. It represents an overgrowth of yeast or bacteria in your gut that your digestive system isn't clearing out. It's literally metabolic debris. You might also see scalloping or tooth marks along the sides of your tongue. This happens when the tongue becomes swollen and presses against your teeth. In functional medicine, a swollen tongue is a major sign of systemic fluid retention and poor nutrient absorption. It means your body is damp or soggy with toxins that aren't draining properly through your lymphatic system. Sign number 5 is a sudden sensitivity to smells. Have you noticed that you can't walk down the detergent aisle at the grocery store anymore? Or that your coworker's perfume gives you an instant headache or nausea? This is not just an annoyance. It is a biological warning called toxicant-induced loss of tolerance. Here is the mechanism. Your liver detoxifies in 2 phases. Phase 1 takes a chemical and activates it, often making it more toxic for a brief moment. Phase 2 is supposed to immediately neutralize it. If you get headaches from smells, it means your phase 1 is working fast, but your phase 2 is too slow. You are building up those reactive, toxic intermediates, and your brain is reacting with inflammation. That leads us directly to sign number 6, brain fog. This isn't just being tired, it's feeling like you are thinking through a cloud. This often happens because of ammonia. Remember how we talked about the kidneys? If your liver and gut aren't clearing proteins correctly, ammonia builds up in the blood. Ammonia is neurotoxic. It crosses the blood-brain barrier and causes your brain cells, and specifically the astrocytes, to swell slightly. This slows down your neural processing speed. So you walk into a room and forget why you're there, or you read a paragraph 3 times and still don't absorb it. That is mild metabolic encephalopathy. It's your brain telling you that your blood isn't as clean as it needs to be to support high-speed thinking. Now, look in the mirror at your eyes. Sign number 7 is dark circles that won't go away, no matter how much you sleep. The skin under your eyes is the thinnest on your body. When your kidneys are under stress, known as renal strain, your body retains fluids and toxins that congest the tiny capillaries under that thin skin. This creates that dark, bruised look. In traditional diagnostics, the area right under the eye is linked to the kidneys, while the deep tear trough is often linked to the liver. If you have bags or puffiness there, it's almost always a sign of stagnation. Fluid that should be leaving your body is getting stuck in the delicate tissues of your face. Sign number 8 is found on your hands. Look closely at your fingernails. Do you see vertical ridges running from the cuticle to the tip? So we often are told this is just aging, but it's actually a sign of malabsorption. It means your digestive system isn't absorbing the minerals and proteins needed to build a smooth nail plate. Also, look for the lunula, that little white half moon at the base of your fingernail. You should have one on your thumb, but if they are missing from your other fingers, or if they have disappeared entirely, it could be a subtle sign of low oxygenation or anemia, often secondary to weak kidney energy. Your nails are a history book of your metabolic health over the last 6 months. Sign number 9 is happening on your skin. Acne, rashes, or itchy skin. Your skin is your largest organ of elimination. We call it the 3rd kidney. If your liver and colon are backed up, your body tries to push toxins out through your sweat and pores. This causes detox acne, often along the jawline or on the back, but even more common is itching with no rash. This happens when bile salts, which the liver is supposed to clear, back up into the bloodstream and deposit under your skin. They irritate the nerve endings, driving you crazy with itchiness, usually at night. That is a liver cry for help. Sign number 10 is digestive distress, specifically chronic bloating and constipation. This is a vicious cycle. Your liver dumps toxins into your bile, and that bile goes into your intestines to be pooped out. But if you are constipated, those toxins sit there. Your gut reabsorbs them. We call this enterohepatic recirculation. You are literally re-intoxicating yourself every single day. If you aren't eliminating waste at least once a day, your detox pathways are blocked. No matter how many green juices you drink, that bloating is the gas produced by bacteria fermenting that stagnant waste. Sign number 11 is unexplained muscle aches and joint pain. You feel stiff, like you did a heavy workout, but you haven't. This is often due to a buildup of metabolic acids, like uric acid, that settle in your joints. When your system is toxic, your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, get poisoned and they can't produce energy efficiently, so your muscles stay in a state of low-grade contraction and inflammation. It feels like the flu, but it never goes away. It's a sign that your tissues are acidic and inflamed. Finally, sign number 12 is fluid retention and swelling. Do your socks leave deep marks on your ankles? Do your rings feel tight in the morning? And this is your lymphatic system struggling. Unlike your heart, your lymph system doesn't have a pump. It relies on movement. When your blood is overloaded with toxins, your liver stops producing enough albumin, a protein that holds water in your blood vessels. Without it, water leaks out into your tissues, causing that puffy, heavy feeling. It's basically dirty water stagnation because the drain is clogged. So if you found yourself nodding along to these signs, I want you to take a deep breath. Your body is not broken. It is just overburdened. And the solution isn't a crash diet. It's about supporting these organs gently. It's about sweating to help your skin, eating cruciferous vegetables like broccoli sprouts to boost your liver enzymes, and prioritizing sleep to let that brain cleaning cycle happen. Start small, pick one sign, and work backward to the cause. You have the power to lower this burden and get your energy back. I believe in your body's ability to heal. Check the description below for the full list of medical studies and sources we used for this video. If this helped you, please share it with someone you care about. I'll see you in the next video.